There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
Upon me, the whispering of leeches in my ear. Corner ventriloquist scratched his name across my wrist. Paparazzi starting to cheer. Take your picture at the scene of the crime. We got your victim and we made up your mind. Shut off the spotlight, whose God will you be? Well, they want you if your hands are clean. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon. He shot the world, I am the exit wound. Who lives inside of the tongue tells the altered voice what to say. Hey, ballerina bayonet, slice us up with pirouettes, mouth is shut on hand grenade. Take your picture at the scene of the crime. We got your victim and we made up your mind. Shut off the spotlight, whose God will you be? Well, they want you if your hands are clean. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon. He shot the world, I am the exit wound. He shot the world, I am the exit wound. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon.
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
This is absolutely lit. This is lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. Please don't leave, even though the brand new camera that I just got and am now using is worse than the one I had before and was more expensive. Despite that, please do not leave. This is Dark Times, motherfucker, and you guessed it, I'm your little host, and I'm pissed off already because this new camera sucks. Guys, look at it. I can see it. I got it. So on my end, on my monitor, in the StreamYard end, it looks fine. But I can see as it's being broadcast, it's like choppy. This is so fucked up because this is what my fucking camera. Well, it wasn't that bad. But last time I was on the weekly wrap-up show on the Bub Army channel with Lummy, the main host Lummy, the camera was all glitchy, and that's what this looks like. It wasn't like this. This isn't as bad as it was on their show. But I had my regular camera when I was on the wrap-up show, and it looked like dog shit. And this camera looks like that, even though it's a brand new camera. I just bought this, just got here. I'm going to return it. This is fucking ridiculous. I have to read the thing that came with it and make sure that there's not some way that I'm supposed to, like, dial it in or something, but it's choppy. I don't get I don't know. There's no like zooming. Look at that. That's fucking ridiculous. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You know what? We're going to switch the cameras out because I'm not doing this. Hold on a second. This is what we're going to do. Give me 1 second, guys. Forgive me. What do I do? Here we go. We're going to switch to this real quick. Oh my God. How fucking, hold on a second. Hold on, is this better? No, it's not. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hold on a second. We're going to do that. Oh my God, and look how terrible that is, but at least it's not choppy, right? Dude, wait, what the fuck is happening? Is it? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm going to put the other camera on and see if that helps. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to pull that out. Dude, I can't fucking believe this. I can't believe this camera sucks. Or is it my connection, guys? What is going on? No, it's less choppy with the, hold on a second. Then we're going to do this number. Here we go. Look at that. That's more clear. Dude, why is it there? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the camera. So, dude, this is like some kind of fucking curse. What the fuck? I have never had camera problems until I went on Zoom on the fucking wrap-up show. What the fuck is the problem? Dude, that I'm gonna fucking smash my laptop. How about that? We just end the stream like that. Yeah, just and I'm hemorrhaging viewers. Good. Please get the fuck out of here. I'd rather you not watch me eat my own shit right now. Bye, bye, bye. Keep leaving. Go, go. Get out of here. Scram. Go away. All right. Well, fuck my life. You know what we're going to do? Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to do this. Give me 1 second. Does it look choppy to you guys? Yes, it looks choppy. Hold on. I'm up in the chat. how bad does it look? 120 now. Not very good on TV. So it does look really shitty for you guys too. It's not just, hold on a second. Let me actually get this up over here. Dude, am I getting fucked with right now? Is this something weird? Okay, this doesn't look as, it seems fine now on your phone. Dude, I don't know what's going on. Hold on, guys. Was the camera, did it look fucked up before? It looked more fucked up before, right? It looked worse before, right? With the other camera. Dude, was it so, okay. Here, we're gonna try adjusting this camera again. Hold on a second. We're gonna do this. That might have been a fluke, guys. How bad did it look? Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. Plug this number in. We'll try this again. Put this on this side. Guys, okay, so I just switched them again. I'm going to go back and watch this later. I think that was actually, I think my phone was fucking that up and this whole thing. Doesn't this look more yellow? Color looks worse before this. Yes. Now it's okay. Color looks washed. Dude, we might even, you know what? I might have to troubleshoot with them on Friday morning anyway, guys. Here, I'll close this out. Let me get back. We'll use this one for now. Fuck my life. Where are we, guys? We're talking about the 4K Losee rooftop video that just got released, ladies and gentlemen. Candace Owens released this. Looks 100% now. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. We're getting into this. So this is a fine time to have technical difficulties and want to fucking eat a bullet. Because I should be celebrating right now. We got the 4K Losee Center rooftop video released. Okay. And once again, guys, it seems like every time more evidence comes out, it just makes me feel better about the position I've held the whole time. And here we are again, guys. So Candace released this. A bunch of people are talking about it. Let's get to it. Give me a couple minutes. What do we got? I'm going to get this up here. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Fucking technical difficulties got me scrambling here. I got to close this out. Okay. All right. So where are we? Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, also known as X. If you're autistic and addicted to ketamine, wherever you're at, get up in the chat before I smack you. All right. Let me get you guys up on the page here. I'm going to say hi to everybody, and then we'll get started. Okay. Fat Pig's up in here. Your pigness. He's mad that I'm on early again. Sorry, lover. This is probably the last day this week that I'm going to do it. Butter Knives up in here. Promo code up in here. Johnny Z. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Bob Coke Can Cannabis Cookie Cook is under the chat. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Truth is Unbreakable. Promo code up in here. What's up, promo code? What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. This is actually pretty interesting, guys. This, I'm going to, so please stick around. I'm sorry we started so rough, god damn it. I've actually got some interesting shit to show you guys because, again, when people talk about this case, especially the Candace Owens haters, they love to point out any time that Candace Owens has had even like a hunch where she goes, yeah, guys, there was somebody in the audience that was wearing this shirt or whatever, and I just want to find out who that was, or I want to find out where this pavement company, whatever anytime there's like a little hunch and it doesn't end with Candace solving the murder and that person being the person that, if she says, I'm just curious about who this person is, and she mentions it, and if it goes nowhere, even if it's just a little hunch, they go, oh, see, Candace was wrong. Look, she didn't get every single little detail right. So since you guys like to do that, I feel it's necessary to keep pointing out how every time more evidence comes out, it makes your story more inconsistent. And it changes the facts that you guys have been saying the whole time. So wouldn't it be interesting, guys? Wouldn't it be interesting if the Losee Center rooftop video that has now been released, this is the 4K video that all the MAGA influencers, your Jack Posobics, your Benny Johnsons, all those fucking Fed slop retards with the Phase 1 folders and all that, all those people that came out and said, this 4K video, you can see Tyler Robinson grin as the sweat poured down his face, and he pulls the trigger. You can see his finger pulling the trigger, and the shot goes off, and you can literally follow the bullet. It's in such good detail. You can see the bullet go and hit Charlie. That's what they said, and this video proves that Tyler did it. And wouldn't it be funny if that video, though, shows that he never pulls a rifle out of his pants and also never changes his clothes on the roof like it was reported that he did? Wouldn't that be interesting, guys? Can you pick up from my tone that that's exactly some of the issues that are going to be brought up here? Good. You're keeping right up with us, okay? So yeah, this is another thing, guys, I've been right about all the time. What have I said? What have I said about the Losee Center video, huh? From the get-go, all we had was the video of the person they're calling Tyler Robinson, okay? We have this person that's running across the roof and jumps off and then runs off into to cross the street or whatever. That's all they've shown us this whole time. Why is that, guys? Why is that? Because we can tell from the angle of the video that they edited the video and cut out the beginning part, which would show the shot occurring. The Losee Center security camera, I've said this the whole time, the place where they say he took the shot is in frame. I've said it the whole time, and I was right about it. And here we are, and I've been saying this whole time, guys, there's a reason they're not releasing this. This video would not prove it. This isn't going to, mess with a jury pool. This isn't going to, mess up the trial. They're showing us the person running and jumping off the roof. Why won't they show us him taking the shot? Why won't they show us him just going to the spot where he takes the shot? Why, guys? There's a reason. And I don't think it's a good reason for the prosecution. I've said that this whole time, and here we are, guys. We're finally here. And we can see the video that all these MAGA influencers lied about. And you can see, like I said, the video with the roof, it's going to, in order for that video to help the prosecution's case, it's going to have to show muzzle flash or a shot or some kind of recoil or something happening right there at the moment when for the timestamp when Charle Kirk is allegedly shot. You're going to have to see. This is a 30-06, guys, and believe me, I've saved also videos of people shooting a 30-06 showing what the recoil is, because I know we're going to have detractors in here, and I welcome you with open arms. Okay? So we're going to have to see some recoil. We're going to have to see something to prove that a shot happens on the roof. And if that's not on that video, that is a big problem for the prosecution, okay? That's a good reason to not release this video, because this whole time, that is the reason it would mess with the jury, guys, is because this whole time we would have Candace and everyone else on Twitter showing how there's no shot taken. He doesn't pull the rifle out of his pants up there, and also doesn't change his clothes up on the roof. So we're going to get to all of this, believe me. So anyway, we're still catching up with the chat here, right? Hutch is up in here, Saul DePaul. Got a few things to get to tonight. And again, I'm up in Scott Starbird's time frame too. It's the Scott Starbird Show. Who am I missing? Michael Earl, did I skip you? Oh no, I had highlighted that before because I scrolled down. Eat More is up in here. What's up? What's up? I'm scrolling through all the camera feedback now. I'm just about caught up, I think. Here we go. Brian from Philly's up in here. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Brian says, I have a Ruger 30-06. It kicks like a mule. Yeah. So like, it would be pretty ridiculous to think that someone shooting on the rooftop there would be absolutely no recoil if it was a 30-06 he was shot with, right? Like, we'd expect to see recoil. We got to say these things out loud because people like to pretend that the conspiracy theorists are the irrational ones. So this is part of why I like to give you my thought process out loud like this, because this is exactly, we're having a theory and we're having a falsifiability, right? That's an important thing, because with a lot of what conspiracy theorists are accused of is having unfalsifiable theories, right? So no matter what the evidence shows, you can always find a way to twist it into being the conspiracy or whatever. But again, this is pure, simple, easy to follow mathematical type of logic where if this, then this, right? So if he takes a shot with a 30-06 that kicks like a fucking mule, you should be able to see recoil, right? All right, so let's get this. I'm pretty much caught up here. So anyway, let's hop over to. Should I just play the Candace segment? I saved. So Alex Jones has actually been, as of late, very outspoken about the Charle Kirk case, and he says the case is done. He says this may be the end of this case. Guys, I'm going to have a Tyler Robinson song done by Monday. Okay? No more excuses. I've got it recorded. I'm going to have it done by Monday, and I feel even better about it now. Even better. As time has gone on, I'm just like, man, this is getting good. Like, I can't believe. Guys, can you believe it? Can you actually believe it? We've been sitting here ripping the bong. Guys, we've been just sitting here ripping a bong. And we got this better. We have been reporting this more accurately than any of these retards whose it's their job to report this. Can you imagine? Can you believe it? Okay, so let's get up. Who has okay, this is Alex showing. Okay, he's retweeting this. I guess this is her full segment. Let's pull I'll get you guys over here. Oh shit, I can't. Okay, here we go. Yeah, guys, I don't know about this camera. I think my other camera's better. I'm going to have to return this one and buy like I'm going to have to buy one not from Amazon, like a fucking expensive camera, a good one. But the good news is, guys, there was a glitch that happened with when I was on the weekly wrap-up show 2 weeks ago. There was a little glitch that happened when the Zoom connected, and I think that's what fucked up my camera. And I never reset it. And so, yeah, I think that's what happened. I think we actually might be good to go. It should look better than last time, guys. I'm pretty sure. So here we are. Let's pull this. Okay. So Candace is the one that released this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's read what Alex put here. The official Charle Kirk assassination story is now 100% dead. DED dead. Candace Owens just dropped powerful, never before seen surveillance video of the Losee Center rooftop. Guys, and this is the video. Guys, lock in here. This is the video that these MAGA influencers said prove that Tyler Robinson was guilty. I just want you to remember this because it is the biggest joke ever that they would claim that. That it is a propaganda campaign. Make no mistake, guys. It is such a disgusting, filthy, evil thing to do. And I don't fully grasp, I will be honest, I don't fully grasp how people could come to like around to doing this and the full motivation, though I have some ideas. But to be perpetuating this propaganda campaign and for all these influencers to be like, oh yeah, we were in the courtroom and this proved Tyler Robinson's guilty. And I went back and even watched some of the early footage of the press conferences and stuff where they're saying they got the guy and the case is solved and stuff. Mind you, on their third patsy, guys, the third one, they're like, you know what? We got this one right. And we can actually say to the public that the case is solved is what they said. You guys remember that wording? So I just don't understand it. I mean, it's literally like these fucking MAGA, these MAGA influencers are feds, guys. They are feds. Video show, the video Owens released. So Candace released this, and this is the 4K video that they all claimed, but we all knew it was this video. We all knew it was. And it's just zoomed in to where you can kind of see what happens. And these were the other alternative people who weren't MAGA influencers who were in the courthouse. This is the video they said it was, and this is the video. Video Owens released appears to be raw and unedited. This is the same footage that the court will not let the public see. That we are meant to believe is Tyler Robinson assassinating Charle Kirk. The individual does not look like Tyler Robinson. The rifle is never pulled from his pants. The person in the video has no limp. Nowhere do we see the shooter assemble the gun on the roof as we're told. Another thing, guys, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I've said this multiple times. This is why they didn't want to show us the video, because they claimed he used the screwdriver to assemble the gun on the roof. This is what everyone has been saying this whole time. I just want everyone to keep in mind and keep score here, because they keep saying, oh, Candace was wrong about this. Guys, they have been lying every step of the way. And it's just slowly been coming out to where it's like the frog in the water type of thing, where people like Tim Pool, I think he's a Fed too, probably, but there are probably some unknowing participants in the Fed slop propaganda. Don't see him assemble the roof on the gun on the roof. No recoil scene. He performs military maneuvers with precision as well as signaling before opening fire. The official narrative just collapsed. Lock in.
And the footage is completely removed. So let's watch that.
Fat Pig said I look sexy thick tonight. Do I look more muscly? It was bicep day. Oh. I'm getting a little stronger, guys. You know what? I've healed up a little bit. And I'm getting like a little bit stronger. And I changed up my herb mixture that I do with my pre-cooked food and stuff. And I think it's actually helped a little bit with the blood sugar, blood pressure stuff. What were you saying, Butter Knives? I remember seeing a list of MAGA influencers on an X group that they get the information they spread, and then it's allegedly, chat moved. They get paid to spread it $300 a post. Yeah, well, we knew that was true, right, guys? Artie Rich is up in here. What's up, dude? Yeah, Butter Knives, I don't doubt that at all. We all assume that, right? Thanks, promo. I appreciate it. Lock in, guys. Here we go. So this is the video. Remember, we were told that he gets on the roof. We were told he had the gun down his pants and then went and got on the roof. So either he took the gun out of his pants and then walked up there with it, in which case that should be on one of the surveillance videos, or no? Or did he find a hiding spot? And we've been told this whole time he assembled the gun on the roof. That's the people that say the gun was down his pants said, oh, it's disassembled. It's two different pieces, and he assembled it on the roof. Not here, guys. It's not here. So we see this person with no limp running across the rooftop.
Okay. Now, what happens next is exactly as my source stipulated. Our rooftop guy begins a tactical crawl. It's actually known in the military as a lateral crawl. Let's watch that.
Here, guys, let me go down here, even though I do look sexy thick tonight and I should be in the big square here. Should be in your big box. But I'm going to go down here so you can see this better. I mean, check this out, guys. These are military maneuvers and stuff. Dude, let me tell you, if I were, not that I would do this. I don't want to imply that I would do something like this, because this is a disgusting, violent thing. And this is, I think this is something that normally happens because of the feds. I'll say that. And I have no problem going out on a limb and saying that. Okay. But I was going to say, if I were to do this, I would be crawling across like Spider-Man. I would just assume that's the easiest way to stay low. And that's the best way I know how to like crawl and stay low, is to go in the fucking Spider-Man position. Like, you know, how like the way he crawls on the walls, where he's just sort of like that, you know, and staying sort of flat against the rooftop. Who the fuck does a military crawl like this? Guys, who does this? Who knows how to do this? Not some fucking faggot Tyler Robinson butt fucking a furry. No, guys. That is stupid. Who the fuck does this? Not some gay guy banging a furry. Stop.
Lateral crawl. Let's watch that. There he goes. And I actually do want to show you side by side so you can actually see a real military man do that.
Here we go. Candace is bringing the receipts.
Alongside this person on the rooftop. Let's bring in that side by side clip. Here we go. That general action right there is known as a lateral crawl.
Guys, never in my life have I ever crawled like this. Never in my life. Who does this? Literally only people from the military. Who's going to drag their fucking knees across the gravel up there? Unless they're trained to do that. Give me a break. Dude, this is so funny. I'm coming to grips. I'm coming to terms with the fact that I've actually been right about this. And it's terrifying. This is terrifying. I feel like I should be too stupid to have known that this was all bullshit. I feel too dumb to figure that out. But here we are. I've been ripping a bong and just calling it like it is this whole time. It's just not even. A Sniz is up in here. He wants to defend the Fed slop. A person holding a rifle in one hand, maybe. Yeah, but bro, that is I've never even seen somebody crawl like that. Like I said, I think the most natural way Why? What is stopping you from putting your other hand on the ground, even though there's a rifle in that hand? That is a specific trained motion, dude. I've never seen anyone fucking crawl like that ever.
Now, you may have noted, if you're just looking at your eyes, some sort of a flash that just took place, right? We're going to show you that slow down and just kind of discuss this. We've gone back and forth here. What is that? Is he pulling something out? Is it like a signal mirror?
Well, yeah. So even if Sniz, even if you're right that, oh, well, that's just the natural thing someone does when they have a rifle in their hand. Dude, where does he pull it out of his pants? Where is all the other stuff that was said to have happened on this roof? Where's the assembling of the rifle? There's your real problem, Sniz, is the fact that he shouldn't have a fully assembled rifle in his hand. You see? He shouldn't have one. Either it's in his pants leg or it's in his backpack or something. He shouldn't have one. Where is it when he's running? Sniz, we're going to go over this. I hope you stick around, Sniz, because I am so happy with this coming out. And you have to notice, right, guys, like the MAGA people did not want this coming out. They weren't begging for the judge to release this. They wanted the judge to play it for only the courtroom and for them to come out and tell you what's on it. He may have been. I don't know. Where's the rifle, though? I mean, hold on. Let's back it up. Where's he's doing the crawl? Where's the rifle? When does he pull it out of his pants? When it just appears out of nowhere?
This limp that he has in the footage is completely removed. So let's watch that. Okay. Now, what happens next,
dude, where's the rifle?
Is exactly as my source stipulated. Our rooftop guy begins a tactical crawl. It's actually known in the military as a lateral crawl. Let's watch that. There he goes. And I actually do want to show you side by side so you can actually see a real military man do that alongside this person on the rooftop. Let's bring in that side by side.
Dude, this almost, guys, if I'm being real, this and I'm just letting you in on my thoughts so we're really having an open conversation here, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm thinking this, but I'm going to conceal it like Dr. fucking Fauci or something. I hope you guys can actually appreciate how honest I try to be on here, goddammit. This almost makes me think that the person on the roof, well, number one, this adds more evidence to me thinking it's not Tyler Robinson, but then also it makes me think that I don't even know if it's impossible for the shot that some people are saying with this angle that the shot is not even possible. I'm not even going there. This almost makes me think the fact that we don't see the big rifle and the recoil that we're all like looking for, that almost makes me think that this is a different caliber gun that they have up here anyway. And maybe it's not impossible. A shot came from the front, but I don't think this is, dude, I don't know, man. This does not show what we were all told this was supposed to show, guys. We just have to keep score. I'm just saying.
Clip, here we go. That general action right there is known as a lateral crawl. Now, you may have noted, if you're just looking at your eyes, some sort of a flash that just took place, right? We're going to show you that slow down and just kind of discuss this. We've gone back and forth here. What is that? Is he pulling something out? Is it like a signal mirror? Is it a flag? Was it already on Losee Center? Is it actually something that's in the background that's just catching weird? Is it a car? And we're just thinking that we see this flash, but we're just going to show you that so that it's clear. Back and forth flash there while he's military crawling. Here we go. There, and we're running that back and forth there. Okay. So you now have that.
So what are they? I think they might be thinking he's signaling with that. Is that what they're talking about, signaling? RD Rich said if they have a rifle, it may be in their left hand, which is so maybe an indicator that their dominant hand maybe as well. You're saying the hand that's on the ground or that he's putting most support on with the military crawl?
Next up, what you are going to see is that it's going to look as though as he gets into position and completes this lateral crawl, that he thrusts something forward in a way that my brain told me it looked like he was unfolding a gun. Truly, that's what my brain told me. Maybe it's because I had this guy and told me about a fold AR. I don't know, but it's not definitive. That's me narrating. I'm happy for people to disagree and debate.
Oh, guys, by the way, I have not watched this Candace Owens clip. I have not watched it. I don't know what all she's going to get into here. So we're going in this, together. Using his right hand to crawl. Okay, well, we'll go back and watch it. I thought it looked like he had his left hand on the ground and his other arm, there was less weight on, like he was holding something. But the thing is, I don't see the full size rifle that they're talking about. It's like 4 feet long or something, right? Oh,
what is seen, but let's just watch that portion here. There we go. Something forward, and we can watch that again. Something forward again. But more importantly,
Oh, I see what she's saying. Like he unfolds it forward. So, guys, the unfolding gun idea here. Paul is saying rifle was already on the roof. You're saying the rifle was there at the spot and he just went to it? Who are people speculating about that? I would think once he got on the roof, if he had the rifle in his pants, he would have pulled it out. But don't they have hold on a sec. Maybe I'll try to search for a full unedited, but dude, if I'm not mistaken, in the courtroom, we saw some of this video already, right? Like we haven't seen this version. This is the zoomed in 4K version that they talked about. They played in the courtroom. Part of the problem with this is that the only versions we have seen of this part of the footage has just been through the court TV stream. So that further degrades the value. And so it looked already like you couldn't, from the stuff that we could see of this footage, it looked already like, like there was something off. But this is like, unless this is edited, which I don't think it is, that would completely annihilate Candace's credibility if this was completely edited footage. But if I'm not mistaken, they show him going onto the roof. Yeah, the gun they claim to use is not a folding or collapsible gun. Yeah. Hey Rainey, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We're taking a look at this the new 4K footage that came out. Rainey, that's such good news. Is this breaking on my show right now? I actually do feel extremely special. No active cancer cells, guys. Rainey, guys, round of applause in the chat. For real. Let's celebrate for Rainey. That is fucking awesome. Rainey, I'm so fucking happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. You need to call Bubba's. Well, I don't want to tell you what to do. You know, I'm not making program. You should. I would say, if I were you, I'd call Bubba's show and give him an update because I know people are worried about you. That's really good to hear. I'm so happy for you, Rainey. Rainey, that's the someone said the best news I've heard all day. Almost. The best news I heard all day was that this video looks like it might exonerate Tyler Robinson, but it's also cool to hear that you have no active cancer cells. That's also good news, okay? I'm just playing, lover. I'm so happy for you, Rainey. I seriously am. That's so fucking awesome. Guys, this is breaking news on my channel right now. I bet Scott Starbird's going to be pissed when he finds out. If he would have just not taken the week off, you think you can vacation as a streamer? Ha! You better be streaming from your phone, bitch. That's what you get for taking time off, Scott. I got the badass breaking news on my channel. That's fucking awesome, Rainey. Yeah, if Rainey doesn't call by 9 o'clock tomorrow, someone's going to call in and be like, yo, Rainey, no active cancer cells. Dr. Dan needs to buy everybody pizza. Get those titties smashed, ladies. All right, for real, though, you should be. What are they? Well, you know what? I don't want to recommend any whatever, but for sure you should probably at least be doing the self exams. I won't recommend. I know there's some crazy theories about mammograms and whatever, but I will say I think that's at least good advice for women to be checking for lumps and all that stuff, right? I mean, I think that's pretty indisputable. I don't want to get too crazy down the rabbit hole or whatever, but yeah, that you should definitely be checking on that stuff and taking care of yourself. There's some people just don't even fucking try to take care of themselves. You can't be like that. Even though I have alternative ways of me trying to take care of myself, I'm trying to take care of myself. Okay. You need to at least be trying. Rainey said you cannot feel them. I couldn't feel mine. 2 doctors and husband couldn't feel it. Well, I could have felt it for you. I got better hands, I got little fingers. I can get in there. You didn't have the right person feeling, Rainey. No, I hear you. So I guess sometimes you can't feel them. Hey, look, I'm not going to give like medical advice on here. I'll just say, try to take care of yourself, people. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you, Rainey, for sure. We don't have to go down this rabbit hole. Yeah, no, the mammograms is nothing compared to chemo and radiation. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I'm not trying to say you did anything wrong. I'm just saying I'm just trying to be super. I'm being autistically trying to not, even with stuff that I endorse per se. I don't tell people to do it, right? I'm like that with everything. I'm autistic when it comes to recommending stuff to people. And you know why, guys? Part of why, and it's because we should make an example out of Dr. Fizz Ouchie, okay? You guys know who I'm talking about. He's in some hot water again today. I don't know if I'm going to have time to get to any of that. There's some really good clips already from him sparring with Rand Paul. He had to testify today, and one of his attorneys got fucking kicked out. I'll show you guys at least that clip later. But this is part of the reason, guys, why I don't tell people what to do. I might seem like it's probably people think I just talk shit and I have no idea. Like I don't even pay attention to what I say, and it probably feels like that. And I like that. It should feel that relaxed and free. But I have some like ways that I actually think and morals and lines that I won't cross. And as you can see with some people like Dr. Fizz Ouchie, some people don't mind crossing those lines and telling people, especially from a position of authority, telling people, what to do. Giving people advice is if you want to lead by example and say, I do this, I do that, that is one thing. There's nothing immoral about that, That's just saying what you did, and if someone's interested, they can look into it or ask you for more info or something. You shouldn't go around saying, you know what, go do this, because God forbid you tell somebody, go eat a fucking bag of peanuts, and they're allergic and they fucking die. That's partly your fault if that happens. I mean, that's a silly example kind of, but I mean, you can understand where it's even more immoral when it's someone in a position of authority and possibly making money off of a recommended treatment or something like this. Anyway, we're going way off in another direction. DMS does not encourage you to boof turmeric while it may be part of his regimen for a healthier life. Yeah, exactly. Butter Knives gets it.
Then what we see here is what we're not going to see here. So remember, this is supposed to be a German 98 Mauser family heirloom gun used during World War I and World War II. That'll effectively take your shoulder out when it's fired. Even the newer models, if you go watch people shooting, they're like, oh, my shoulder.
I'll show you guys. Look here. We'll pull this up right now since I had a little ADD tangent celebrating Rainy. Let's get over to... Hold on. This should be in my history right here. Give me 1 second. Let me see here. So, yeah, here we go. Okay. I don't want to show you guys the booty pics. They're not pictures. These are videos of guys twerking. I don't want to show you guys that, so I wanted to get the video pulled up before I shared my screen. Here we go. Check this out, guys. We're looking for at least something around this much recoil, okay? Just pay attention. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Dude, that's serious recoil, guys. This is a fully grown man shooting this rifle, not a skinny twink that bangs a butt fucks a furry at night. This is a fully grown heterosexual man firing this rifle under no pressure. Okay? And we're to believe that what we see on the roof. This is the thing, and I also want to point out here how much the butt of the gun moves. Just keep watching. Let's watch again. Because this, I want to dispel the idea that maybe there was recoil, but it didn't get picked up on the camera. Guys, we can see the guy taking steps. This is like nearly, this is over 6 inches of movement. This isn't something that wouldn't get picked up by the camera, but you can see the guy taking steps and all the other the 4K video, they bragged about how much detail, but we just can't see the recoil, which, by the way, I think some of the videos that I saved shows clips of these guys, the influencers, the MAGA influencers that came out and said, you can see the shot taken, you can see the recoil, this and that. let's keep track of who lied through their fucking disgusting fake veneer teeth. Yeah, dude, that amount of recoil isn't going to be invisible on camera. Even this grainy, shitty camera. They want to pretend that you can see Tyler Robinson's facial features on the camera, but it's not. It's too grainy to see recoil from one of the most powerful fucking rifles people own. Okay, let's go. Let's go back here. Okay. Oh shit! Here we go.
And if you're looking through a scope, as he allegedly was, you might even expect a black eye. You will recall that the guy who recorded the footage specifically told us that he saw no recoil. That's pretty crucial. He just saw the guy get up and run. And that would be, I would argue, or a lawyer in court, that would be impossible for this specific make and model of gun. So let's watch and see if we, with our eyes, can observe some sort of a kickback. And again, I have to apologize. This is not like Benny Johnson 4K footage, but it's at least clear enough here on your screen that you would be able to discern a strong kickback on a gun from somebody who's just laying down, taking a shot. So I'm going to let this run. It's about 50 seconds. And you just let me know if at any point you see that before he gets up and breaks into a sprint. Take a look. There you go. That's that unfolding again. And by the way, if you are listening to this in audio, this is one of these episodes that you actually do have to go watch. So,
dude, what if I'm just like, guys, and Brian from Philly, I appreciate that. Brian says, I agree with DMS on this. That's not the twink kid on the roof. Dude, I just don't believe this, man. This isn't right. It's all from the jump has just been so off. And like I said, every time there's like more stuff that comes out, it doesn't seem to solidify their theory. It's just so, I have no other option but to think it's bullshit. I'm really just going, with following my senses here and pure logic. I don't fucking care what the truth is. I want to know what the truth is. Dude, this is one thing people have been talking about too here, guys. This lip. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, look at this. We got this lip here. Does anybody see a rifle going over this lip? Like I think this is what people were talking about when they said that I've been seeing people discussing this back and forth, just different places, Twitter and whatever. And I've heard people say, well, he couldn't have taken the shot laying like he was. And I didn't understand what they meant. But, and they said because of the side of the building raises, I forget, someone worded it in a way that I didn't understand, but I think I understand what they're saying now, is that he can't take the shot laying like this. Look, you can't, to get the shot at Charlie's down on the ground over here. You have to be able to have the rifle up, going at a downward slant like this over the edge, and we are not seeing that. I don't even think a shot was taken from up here, guys. I bet I would not be surprised if this is somebody else that is just meant to go up there, and maybe they even have like a fucking telescope, or I don't even know. But like they're just supposed to run and be Tyler Robinson, They're just supposed to be Tyler Robinson and run and jump off the roof and run away. I don't know, man. This is just so weird.
You will have to pivot over to YouTube, to Spotify, somewhere that provides the video, because this is not something that we could just produce on an audio podcast here, unfortunately. But this is going to run. We did have to obviously zoom in and push out those fed timestamps, but See here. I have 10 more seconds here. Okay, he is up.
Oh my God, dude. I was holding my breath just like, because I haven't even watched it all the way through. Dude. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no recoil. They shot that this weekend. That's pretty funny, Saul. Saul, wait, hold on. Saul, I'm just now noticing that your profile picture is Lindsey Graham with a shirt that says, "I'm gay for war." I really like that, and I wanted to highlight that so others can appreciate it as well if they haven't noticed. Butt and I've said to have the butt of the gun pressed against your shoulder. He does have the limited angle. I would love to see the view from the roof and see the angle available to the now concreted zone. Yes. Play that again. Yeah, I'll back it up. We can go back.
And you just let me know if at any point you see that before he gets up and breaks into a sprint. Take a look. There you go. That's that unfolding again.
Dude, man, the lip of the building now, the lip on the edge of the building is really, that has got my attention now. That really has my attention now. He has to get it over that lip, guys. He can't be right there. Guys, look at how tall it is here. Look how tall it comes up off the roof. Remember, and there's all this gravel up there. There has to be. I didn't even consider that. There has to be a lip because there's all this gravel up there. This is a deleted scene from Spider-Man 3. They should have kept it deleted. Dude, man, I don't see how they are. This case does not last through some like 4chan level autism. It's not a good case, my dude. Sorry. The fucking lip is up here, guys. Where is the rifle going over the lip to take the shot? Where is it? Where? Someone show me, please. Look at that. He peeked over and he's like staying low. Dude, oh my God, dude. He can't, dude, I bet this person cannot even see what's happening.
And by the way, if you are listening to this in audio,
all he needs is the audio cue. This person does not even need to see what is happening, guys.
this is one of these episodes that you actually do have to go watch. So you will have to pivot over to YouTube, to Spotify.
Guys, and remember, the thing that he unfolds is right here. It's right here, guys. We're still looking at it. This isn't just a shadow. That's right there.
Somewhere that provides the video, because this is not something that we could just produce on an audio podcast here, unfortunately. But this is going to run. We did have to obviously zoom in, push out those fed timestamps, but see here, I have 10 more seconds here. Okay, he is up.
Dude, there's no shot there. A scupper hole in the wall, they would have said that. I had no idea that that's what that's called. I would have called it a glory hole, Bob Cook, but you know me, that's my territory. But they would have said that. They would have said, yes, the 4chan autism. Guys, if a criminal case doesn't pass the 4chan autism test, it's not a good case. If the people on 4chan have a big problem with it, well, that used to be a good metric. Now we know well, we've heard the rumors that there's a bunch of anyway. No, stop taking me down rabbit holes, brain. A scupper hole, yeah, or glory hole, as I would call it. That they would have reported that. No, they're claiming he shot over the edge, and that's not in this video. It's not there. He's like mini golf. Yeah, he shot through PVC pipe, a windmill. Yes. Oh fuck. That's pretty funny.
Anybody? Anybody see a recoil? I didn't see one, but let's actually put that footage all together uninterrupted. Here we go for you guys to watch.
So, dude, Sniz, if I'm not mistaken, and I can try, I don't know if Sniz is still in here. If I'm not mistaken, though, so I'll move my head out of the way here. This is zoomed in. This is another zoomed in version. Okay, this is not the whole view of the security footage. You're gonna see him run from where my head is down here in the bottom left-hand corner. You're gonna see him run out from there. But they have the footage of when he gets onto this rooftop. He crawls onto it from this other that other spot, because for some reason there's like stairs that lead to like the rooftop back. Shit, wrong tab. Back this way, over back here. They have him getting on the rooftop. There's like no moment where you see him pull a gun out of his jeans. Dude, it's so funny, man. This is like, it's like the case is almost good enough if you just have like faith in the feds or something. It's like almost good enough. But these details, things aren't lining up.
He comes running on to the rooftop. What we know definitively is he gets down into.
No, you're right. Sniz said Google does say in bright light the flash would be barely visible. No, that's true. No muzzle flash isn't like a complete deal breaker for me. But no like real visible recoil. And then I mean, I'm sorry, I don't see a rifle. And especially to add insult to injury, I don't see a rifle that's going over the lip of this building at an angle that somebody could shoot downward towards him. They didn't say there's any hole, poked through the side of the lip so that he could shoot through a hole. You would have to see him with the rifle up over the edge, shooting downward. And it's just not there. This is actually blowing my mind.
What is known as a lateral military crawl. He begins that crawl over to the right first, and then to the left. We see a quick flash. We are not sure what that flash is.
Guys, look how. Let's just keep track of the bottom of his body. I mean, I know when he gets closer to the edge, he's going to be higher up, but just look how tall this actually is. I think with the camera, it almost does give the illusion that it's like really not that tall. But look at this. He has to get up over this edge with the rifle.
Actually, this looks like. Oh, I'm not going to read into it. There's that throw forward. I say fold forward. You can say throw forward, but that's definitely something being flung forward, getting into position. And here we wait for what we expect to be some sort of a kickback. Must have been.
I like this version better too. So maybe not better. There's pros and cons to each, but this is less zoomed in from before. And I feel like this is like a little bit, how sometimes you zoom in too much, it makes it harder to see.
When our source began recording from the side of a Losee building and said, "Oh, I just saw someone get up there. He's got a gun." And he's up. And he's gone. What do you guys think?
Jesus Christ, man. Think that's the towel? The angle doesn't seem right, yeah. Dude, bare minimum, guys, I think even if we can't really agree on what exactly we're seeing. I mean, it's hard to tell. You can't see what's going on, but again, I just want to keep score here. We don't see the rifle being put together, right? Because remember, the story's been changing. It was first everybody knew that it was weird that a 30-06, someone getting shot in the neck, in the soft tissue of your neck with a 30-06, no matter what fucking kind of bullet it was, it just doesn't. Something seemed off, and everybody went, "Well, no. He had probably a vest on, and it popped up off the vest." And then eventually it came out that they confirmed he had no vest on, and everyone just went, "Oh, whatever, probably still at the..." No, that's your theory getting debunked. Yes, acknowledge that. That's what you guys claimed. Remember, don't have amnesia, guys. Don't forget this. They claimed he had a vest on for the first 2 weeks. Everyone on Twitter was saying he had a vest on. That's why it hit the vest and jumped up. That explains the shirt movement. That explains where the hole is in the neck and why it didn't blow his fucking head off his shoulders. It got debunked, guys. And everybody just went, we'll move the goalpost because we don't want to think the feds would lie, right? So we'll move the goalpost. Yeah, let's just say whatever. Let's pretend it's a magic bullet and that it's the first 30-06 ever to get shot directly into someone's soft tissue of their neck and then not exit. Okay, we'll just go with that now. So, and then it was, well, he assembled the rifle on the roof. That's why the screwdriver's there. And he had it stuffed down his pants, and he took it out of his pants on the roof. I will show you now. I'll pull up. Here we go. I'll pull up an article where they said he changed his clothes on the roof. Let's take a look at this, guys. We have to go here because they keep changing the story. This trial is going to be like the Mandela effect, where they're just going to have to erase stuff from the internet and pretend things never happened and just hope that you're retarded. Tell me, guys, I'm having a little amnesia myself. Does anyone... What the fuck? Dude, I think I'm being hacked right now. I'm not even kidding. I'm having some major tech difficulties tonight. Dude. We just have to keep in mind how their story's changing, guys. Here we go. What to know about the suspect. Let's scroll down. I'm having a little amnesia. That's where I was going. I'm having a little amnesia myself, guys. We just watched the video of him on the roof. Did anyone see him change his clothes up there? No? Yeah, me neither. So yeah, let's keep scrolling and see where they said that he did change his clothes up there. How about that? Let's check that out. How'd he appear on campus? Wore a maroon shirt. Dodge Challenger. When he's first spotted on campus, he has different clothing on. Then he changes clothing on the roof. Then he changes clothing on the roof, the Utah governor said. Not Alex Jones, not some retard on Twitter. The Utah governor said he changes clothes on the roof. Guys, is everybody paying attention here? Are we still paying attention? I hope so, because This is one of those moments where I go, yeah, you guys hyper focused on some minor hunch Candace Owens had, and because it didn't pan out, you want to have her canceled from the internet. And you guys have been changing your story the whole time, and here we are. The evidence is coming out. I've been right the whole time. This Rooftop video fucks your case up, and that's why you didn't release it. It fucks your whole story up. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, sorry I ripped my bong on here and just let my thoughts go how they go. Sorry, I don't have some fucking propaganda, agenda pushing bullshit show. Sorry. That's how the truth comes out, guys. You just try to think clearly while ripping a bong. That's how it happens.
I've lived a
Here, what do we got play? Here, let's check out this video attached to this. Let's see. I think this is going to maybe this is going to show where they talk about it. Hold on. Let's check this out. Oh, what do we got? An ad now? Gee, thanks. Hold on a second. Where's the video coming from? This? Oh, Jesus. Let's refresh this and see if I can. Let's see what video is accompanied with this. Okay. Oh, Jesus. It took me to the ad. Why, God? Why? All right, let's sit through this for a couple seconds here. Let's see what video is with this. Thanks, Truth. I appreciate it. Why is my cam so sketch? Yeah, good question, bro. Good question. I'm being hacked today. Oh, here we go.
From the FBI to confirm that information from Utah. New this hour, just in the last few moments, President Trump announcing that a suspect is in custody. We are awaiting a press conference from the FBI to confirm that information from Utah. That will
Guys, don't you see a rifle here?
happen in about 30 minutes. So we're monitoring that. We're watching the podium. As soon as it happens, we'll bring it to you. The president, meantime, indicating that someone close to the suspect turned him in. Here's more.
With a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody.
You son of a bitch. Just trolling me, huh? No, dude, we've been having technical difficulties tonight. I don't know what's going on. And where's the backpack? Yeah, good question.
Somebody that was very close to him said, that's him. And essentially went to the father, went to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, by the way. And the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister. And brought him to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic. And the father convinced the son, this is it. And again, I'm always subject to be corrected, but you know, I'm just giving you based on what I'm hearing.
So again, still waiting on confirmation from local authorities, but a source telling News Nation that the suspect confessed to his father. His father told authorities he secured his son until police could arrive to pick him up.
They're not going to show the clip about, yeah, I'm an idiot. They're not going to show enough of the clip of the governor talking, but this is the early reporting. I guess it's interesting to see.
Joining us now, News Nation senior correspondent Brian Nenton. He's in Orem, Utah, near the Utah Valley University, where all this happened this week. This tragic shooting, and a sigh of relief if this, in fact, is true, Brian. I know you're working your sources. What have you been able to confirm as we wait to hear from police?
Yeah, so the sources I've been talking to say that this all began to unfold yesterday evening, that this suspect was on the FBI's board in the operations center, that, you know, they had a group of people that they were looking at, that he was up there, and that shortly before there was this press conference last night when the governor spoke, and shortly before the press conference, they were able to narrow it down to this person being the prime suspect, and that he was identified initially through facial recognition investigative methods that the FBI has, and they were aware of him, and that he then did confess to
AI bullshit, guys. That's what they're talking about. Okay, so Man, I'm gonna have to see if they have. I'm gonna try to search for it. I might not be able to find it tonight because I have to be off by like 7:45 latest, guys. I really do. I can't be super late. I was a little bit. I ran a little late yesterday, but if I'm not mistaken, I think they have footage of this person getting on to the roof. Oh, Tampa Terry's up in here. What's up, Terry? Welcome, welcome. Confessed to his trans boyfriend too. Yeah, but the problem is, Terry, you're trusting the trans boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? You're trusting the furry. You're trusting a trans furry whose alibi. Let's keep track of everything. Keep everything in context here. You're trusting a trans furry whose DNA is on the alleged murder weapon and other evidence, and their only alibi is that they slept until 1 p.m., Terry. That's what we got with the trans furry. Whoa, DMS. No, it's just because Scott Starboard is off for the week, and I got a bunch of other shit going on that it works out easier for me to do the 6 p.m. time slot. But tomorrow, guys, wait, tomorrow's Thursday? I have no idea what time I'm going to be on tomorrow. I might be a little early. I don't know about 6. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I don't know when the fuck I'm going to be going live. Double D's up in here. What's up? What's up? Lock them both up. David Terry said, well, it's either Tyler or his trans furry BF, bro. Lock them both up. No, dude. So, Terry, there's a third roommate. If I'm not mistaken, there's a third roommate. This is the thing, Terry. The devil's in the details. Some of the evidence that they are using, I remember the number, it's for Exhibit 23. And I don't know if it's all of the evidence that came from the house, but I know a good portion of the evidence, at least the stuff contained in Exhibit 23, all came from a separate room. It did not come from Tyler Robinson's room. There's another room in the house, and they had this other roommate. So, like, Terry, if you really want to know what some of the people are speculating, like, they think, like, Lance may have actually been, like, the initial target to lay this on or something. There's all kinds of theories. But yeah, there's this roommate that people are concerned about, and I forget the name of the individual, but there's a person that was communicating with Tyler Robinson on Steam, on his Steam account, and this person wrote a song. You can look it up. I think this has been reported different places. This isn't like some crazy, whatever, but it's a song called Charle Kirk Dead at 31. And they released it like a week or a month or something before Charle Kirk got taken out. And this person has pictures of themselves with rifles in this weird militia group thing. And they're communicating with and they drew this painting too. There's some painting that depicts Charle Kirk getting shot or something like that. And this person was communicating with Tyler Robinson. That's what we're saying. Like, I don't know 100% if Tyler's like innocent. But I definitely don't think he should be getting the death penalty for this if he was some kind of participant that was just supposed to be a distraction or something. Like the George Zinn guy, the old guy that got arrested. This is being reported now. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but if I'm not mistaken, he claims he got paid by TPUSA to be he got paid to be a distraction. I don't know if I'm let me try to find this. Let me see if I can find the source for this. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, so I mean, here's our early report. I can at least show you guys this. Man falsely claimed he shot Kirk to distract from real gunmen, police say. Briefly detained moments after the assassination, tried to help the suspected gunman escape by faking a confession. Yeldy was the shooter to allow the suspect to flee. Grabbed some crazy old dude. And George Zinn, and he got charged with possession of what is it called? CSAM. Okay. And so this is one of the things they think that the boyfriend, the trans furry, Lance Twiggs, they think that he was probably doing some weird shit online like this. Like he might have been into like some weird child material stuff. And so they got him to help with this thing to make it look like Tyler Robinson took out Kirk when they themselves could take out Kirk because of all these other motives, which we could talk about and speculate. Here, let me get you over to the Alex Jones video. Maybe I can try to find a couple of the things I was looking for. Hold on a second. Let's go here. Here we go. Wait, which one is that? Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I fucked up. Okay. So let me drop this, go over here. Bombshell Raw. This should be a different one. Yeah. Okay. So raw unedited Charle Kirk video leaks to Candace Owens, destroying official stories. Same footage that the court will not let the public see. We're meant to believe it's Tyler Robinson. He says, Alex says, individual does not look like Tyler. Person in the footage has no limp. Rifles never pulled from the pants. Nowhere do we see the shooter assemble the gun on the roof as we're told. No recoil. He performs military maneuvers.
And the footage is completely removed. So let's watch that. Okay. Now, what happens next is exactly as my source stipulated. Our rooftop guy begins a tactical.
Sorry, guys. I had a little technical problem there. I'm telling you guys, I'm having issues tonight. Something's up.
There he goes. And I actually do want to show you side by side so you can actually see a real military man do that alongside this person on the rooftop. Let's bring it.
So Alex is playing her clip. We'll skip ahead some.
Lateral crawl. That he thrusts something forward in a way.
Targeting on a piece of paper. That's not the cars back there in the distance. That was
definitive. That's me narrating. I'm happy for people to disagree and debate what is seen.
This is a highly trained individual. Just look at the shot alone.
Forward, and we can watch that.
Running around the parking lot, climbing a building,
forward,
running,
again,
signaling, but he runs out on the roof. We're saying it looks like a male. The gate looks like a male. Looks like he's wearing all black. Looks like a jacket. Does the military style maneuver crawl. Signals. That's not the cars back there in the distance. That was on the tree line. Gets in position, spreads his legs back with his toes into the ground to be able to get in that anchored position. which any trained shooter, does on the ground. Gets his bead, and we're supposedly putting a rifle together right now, and then screwing the scope on with a telescopic scope. Wouldn't hit the side of a barn. You'd have to bore sight it and then walk in the targeting on a piece of paper. Fast as you.
Dude, that's another thing too with the scope. Like how is it going to be accurate after you've run with the thing down your pants and you assemble it back together on the roof here?
You could do that. I'd say 5 minutes to put it all together and then sight it in quickly if you were already had the rifle loaded. Could not happen at this time. Getting his bearings and then taking the shot. So that's where we are. Gets up, runs, no limp. There's some type of bag, not a gun, in his pants. Incredible. I mean, the bigger story is who leaked that to Candace Owens. No one's denying it's not the real footage that the judge said you can't see during the preliminary hearings, but we were all told, oh, you can see his face. Well, no, his face is turned away from the camera. You can see him pull the trigger. No, you can't. But you can see somebody doing classic military trained maneuvers, who's running, getting prone, quickly shooting, and hitting their target.
Real time, uncensored, unstoppable. AlexJonesLive.com. Take a stand. Share the link.
Do you want to fight? You better believe you got one! We have Candace Owens was leaked. People upset inside the court system. The raw surveillance footage, we were told a month ago or 3 weeks ago during that preliminary hearing, proved it was Tyler Robinson. All these people that were there in the court, reporters, some of which I know have been friends, said, oh, you can see his face. You can see him pull the trigger. And now we get the actual footage they want us to see, and you can't see any of that. But everything on the video contradicts 100% the official FBI report and what they said. And the way the person is dressed, they're not putting the rifle together, the scope on it. They appear to be signaling. It's not a flash off a car. You see him waving some type of basically flag, doing a classic signal. This person obviously highly trained, doing some of the infantry maneuvers. So the official story has completely fallen apart. This also, though, discredits, at least partially, the exploding microphone, which, again, you do see the kinetic energy, you do see the shirt flap, you do see all that. I was saying because the feds ordered the concrete dug up the days after and everything poured over it. It was bizarre. They were trying to hide something. This is the ultimate whodunit. I think anybody that tells you they know exactly what happened unless they were involved is wrong or lying. But this is the ultimate whodunit because it gives me a headache with all the different angles and trying to figure out what happened. What I do know, just from history and the way people operate, the way assassinations work, is theories that TPUSA and a bunch of the staff and crew that have known Charlie in some cases 15 years, most of them 5-10 years. I know some of these people. The fact they would all be in a giant conspiracy and that they would all keep quiet and be part of it, that's just not how the universe works. Okay? Now, I'm not saying Candace Owens is bad either. She's been vindicated in many ways. And I think she believes what she's doing is right. And the cash patel ordered foreign involvement covered up and any accomplices covered up. You had 10 different training supporters saying that he would be killed in a few days when he came to town and the day before. So it's good to investigate this, but as we go through the different theories and different witnesses and things, when things are disproven, it's important to look at.
Yes, so look at the lip of the building.
Which ones are disproven, which ones we're not sure of, which ones have been proven. But this new footage.
So this is where the person came up. Okay, this is for some reason you're able to like walk up here. There's stairs that let you get up here. You can come up here, and then he came and jumped over the railing and went and got into position. I don't think at any point in any of the footage of any of this they show him changing like was initially reported, or shows him taking the rifle out of the leg of his pants, or assembling it.
Staying squarely in the column of a government cover-up, and all the other evidence does that as well. Now the question is, what is being covered up? How was this actually done? And whenever I get up there on here and point out that, I don't think dozens of people at TPUSA were involved, in this assassination, and they were all coordinating. That's not how these assassinations work. You study how our government does it, how other governments do it, corporations do it. That is not the way. You don't put all these variables in with a whole bunch of people. Again, if you want to know how people get told to go kill somebody, let's say from the military, it's not hardly ever enlisted people that are in the military that would go out and do these assassination type operations. It's just like in the movie Apocalypse Now, written by Millis, where the captain goes in, 3-star general's there. He's obviously worked for him before. He plays dumb when they meet. No, I don't know you. I never worked for I-Corps, the CIA. I didn't assassinate these people. Obviously, he'd been assassinating people under the general's orders. They have the CIA guy there, the assistant adjunct to the general, and you have the captain, the officer, who's going to be sent to kill Colonel Kirk. And they never even say kill him. They say terminate the colonel's command. And he goes, terminate the colonel. He goes, he's out there operating completely out of his mind, commanding troops in the field. Now that's how people get the order to kill somebody. That's That's accurate. It's been declassified. It's come out in the Congress. I had family that did those jobs as Army officers, and they didn't give race specifics before they died. Two of them basically told the same story. Okay. And I mean, well, but even more, go here and there'll be an envelope under a trash can. And then you pull the envelope out, and then there's your order. And it's just like a Mission Impossible. This is your mission if you choose to accept it. They don't even have to accept these missions. And then if they accept, they call like a phone number in the old days, put in a code, and then they're given more information. They don't even tell you who's killing you to go kill people. That way no one can be caught. Okay, you don't go to Fort Huachuca. You don't have 12 colonels there, and some famous con man wanders in, and they're all sitting there with Eric Kirk. That's not how it's done, boys and girls. That said, I criticized the Huachuca thing because I knew it was a setup to do. I think just try to discredit Candace. I've had people try to plant stuff on me before, so I've been down this path. I've had more experience than she has. I put her down, and I was genuinely concerned. People got really pissed at me, thinking, "Oh, everything that we say, is saying the government did it." That has.
Dude, I don't know about the Fort Huachuca thing. That was when Candace started on that. That was, one of the days or time periods where I was taking a break from covering the case because we were just talking about it 3-4 days a week, 5 at the beginning, But yeah, I mean, I can't really speak on the Fort Huachuca stuff. All I know is we've covered every other fucking thing. Everything but the Fort Huachuca Egyptian plane stuff. I didn't even try to keep track of it. I'm like, it's just a bunch of it's less of me being able to look at something and use my own brain. And I got to trust someone reporting on this properly and this and whatever. And it's just that only will get me so far in believing whatever and being able to explain a theory or something. But being able to see the evidence myself and weigh it, that's what I'm here for. The evidence about the Kirk case itself.
To be listened to and believed out of hand. No. But this footage she does an incredible job with all her sources. She continues to do this. It's groundbreaking, is amazing, and I commend her for releasing it. Because it completely destroys the official narrative, 110%. I believe Candace Owens is a good person. I believe she means well. I've had issues with some of her witnesses and some of her people in the Charle Kirk assassination story of the last 11 months that absolutely has more holes in it. Swiss cheese.
Okay, so we get it. I think I pretty much showed you everything with that. Let me see. Where did I have? I'll show you the Fauci video from today. We'll probably cover some of this tomorrow. Where is it? I think this is it. Hold on a second. Let me get you guys over here. This is pretty funny, man. I'm looking at my camera. I can't. Guys, I don't know what the fuck to do. I feel like this camera isn't as good. Sniz says, if there was an exploding mic, then why was there a bullet in Charle Kirk? Well, see, Sniz, this is part of the problem. Number one, that's a kind of evidence where, unfortunately, we have to take the word of some medical examiner or whatever. But part of the problem with that, Sniz, and this again goes with what I've been saying, where every time more evidence comes out, it just makes things weirder. It shouldn't be like that, guys. This is the thing. If they have a solid case, we should be trending, we should be trending towards feeling solidified in the truth, right? It's like if you can picture winding towards the center every time we start off with not much information. You're sort of, everybody's out here speculating. You got all this shit. Get another point of data. It should bring you closer to feeling solidified with the truth. Another point of data comes out. It should get you closer. And then as it gets to the trial and they're presenting all their evidence in the preliminary hearing and all this shit, we should be focusing in and going oh yeah, it's just all going right towards him and undisputably. And yet it's every single time there's something. So the bullet, as you say, there are fragments missing, buddy. This goes with the part of the problem here. There are fragments missing of the bullet. There were 7 fragments recovered and only 4 of them analyzed. Gee, I wonder why they couldn't match it to the gun, guys. Hey, guys, gee, I wonder why they couldn't match the bullet that they found in Kirk's neck to the gun. Might be because there's 3 fragments missing. Pretty convenient for when you have a case where you've hypnotized the public and told everyone the guy's guilty. That's convenient for the feds in that regard. It's less convenient for Tyler Robinson, even though that shows the bullet, it isn't a match. That may be because it can't, well, it is because it can't be matched because they don't have all the fragments. There are missing fragments. It shouldn't be, we shouldn't be progressing with the case like this. It should be like, oh, the bullet evidence, we got all the it shouldn't be every line of evidence there's something questionable. Guys, that's not how this stuff works. Come on. If it's a solid case, we should be feeling like we're getting closer and closer to the truth every time the prosecution shows us more of their evidence. Their mountainous evidence, as they called it. Anyway, we're shifting gears here. Here's Dr. Fauci. This is a clip from today, guys. Fauci went in front of the Senate to testify. And Rand Paul has a throbbing boner for the whole thing. Let's check it out.
Against the law to obstruct an investigation of Congress, there will be repercussions to your refusal to testify today. Senator Peters. You're not recognized. You're not recognized. If you are unruly, you will be removed from the proceeding. You are not recognized, and you are not recognized, sir. Sir, you are not recognized. You are not recognized. Security, we'll hold off, but you will respect these proceedings. You were told not to sit at the table. You insist on sitting at the table, and we told you you would not be recognized. You are not invited here for testimony, sir. You are being disruptive. Would you behave this way in a courtroom? No, because the judge would put you in jail. I can't do that today, but I can have you escorted from the premises. So I would say, sir, sit quietly and don't say another word. I said, sit quietly. You are not recognized. Another word and you're gone.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to hear what the attorney has to say.
He is not recognized by the committee or the chair. If he speaks again, he will be removed from the room. This testimony is from Anthony Fauci. This is not a game with his lawyers. He can advise. His lawyers can give him advice. He's got a half dozen here. They're all allowed to talk to him.
Yes.
All right? But the attorneys are not recognized. In fact, the attorney was told not to sit at the table, and he's not obeying that recommendation. There's a row behind you, sir. That's where you were told to sit, and you're not. And now you're disrupting the proceedings. And so, look.
Bro, Rand Paul has just had enough. He said, I don't want your flesh and blood. I want Fauci's flesh and blood.
This is the way Anthony Fauci wants to be remembered. For a lawyer not listening to the rules. That's the way you want to be remembered, and that's what you're going to do. You are not recognized, sir. Security, please remove him from the room.
She gone. Look at him slowly putting his binder in his bag. He's just like, I can't believe it's happening. He's really kicking me out. Bro, the round of applause too. Oh my God, that's gotta hurt. I bet as Fauci, I bet you kind of just like pee your pants a little bit right there. When the whole fucking courtroom, or not courtroom, when the whole room erupts in applause because your fucking loser attorney won't keep his mouth shut and he gets kicked out and people think he's obnoxious. People are so disgusted they start applauding. That's not good, bud.
Let the record state that Dr. Fauci will still have the advice of the other half a dozen attorneys that he brought along today. It's against the law.
Oh, shit. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. I gotta leave. That was the best part of this whole gimmick. Oh, wait, what? Are you talking about that clip? I don't know. It's the same thing Rand Paul said to his neighbor. That's right, guys. I forgot. Rand Paul's neighbor, attacked him. You guys remember that? Rand Paul got the shit beat out of him by his neighbor over, mowing the lawn or something like that. I don't have time to show you proof. Go look it up. It's true. Something like that happened. Oh, Butter Knives said, I'm so lucky. Day one of hearing we would need Kiz Ovid Shizot cards could get you fired. And I went to the CEO. I will quit. I will take the Shizot. Oh, I will quit before I take the Shizot. And he said, sounds like you already got it. Wink. Yeah. That's a good CEO. All right, guys. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck time slot, guys. I'm all over the place this week. I got to get this goddamn Tyler Robinson song done. The song is done. The audio is done. Well, not. I got to edit, but not much because the vocals sound good already. I just got to edit levels just a little bit. But yeah, I got to pull clips. You guys know how I like to pull the other clips for audio clips. And the corresponding videos for all that stuff, and put a bunch of video stuff together, make a lyric video, and so yeah, I got a little bit to do, but I should be done again by latest. We should have this on Monday, so I'm excited about it. Oh, and yeah, so tomorrow, yeah, I'll be on. I don't know what the fuck time. Bubba the Love Sponge Show, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time in the morning. I'll be up in that chat, slutting it up, and don't forget. 10-something, 10:30, 10:45-ish on Friday, I should be on the weekly wrap-up show with Lum Lum. So I hope to see all of you there, slutting it up in the chat. I'm going to have the chat pulled up, which I did not have last time. I'm going to have the chat pulled up. I didn't know I couldn't see the chat through the Zoom. So I know that this time. Hopefully we won't have the tech problems we had last time. We'll see about it. I don't fucking know. Will we hear it on Lummy's show Friday? I could talk to him about that, I guess. I might not. Well, I want to have the video done to present it, I want to have the whole project done. It wasn't something that's meant for the radio. And then plus, I don't really think the BRN totally shares they don't have to share my views. I don't know. I'll offer it to Bubba when it's said and done, I guess. Yeah. I'll see. I don't know if Lummy will play it on his show or what, but we'll see about it. Anyway, thank you guys for the support. I will see you tomorrow in Bubba's chat, and then I'll be live at some point between 6 and 8 p.m. I will be going live. So I'll see you then, guys. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Mwah.
Ha 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 ha.